Imagine, for a moment, a world where England goes to war with Russia. What would happen? This is not a question of provocation or prediction, but a thought experiment, a hypothetical scenario designed to explore the complexities of modern warfare. In this world of ours, where the balance of power is a delicate dance between nations, warfare is not just a matter of which country has the most soldiers or the biggest bombs. It's a multifaceted equation, with variables that include military strength, yes, but also economic power, political alliances, and even the will of the people. Let's start with military strength. England and Russia both have formidable armed forces, honed by centuries of warfare. Russia has the advantage in terms of sheer numbers, but England's military is renowned for its training and technological sophistication. But military strength is not just about the number of troops or the size of the arsenal. It also encompasses strategic capabilities, logistics, intelligence, and more. Next, we have economic power. It's no secret that wars are expensive. The capacity of a country to finance a war, to keep its economy running while also supporting a war effort, is a critical factor. Here too, there are many variables to consider, from the stability of the national currency to the resilience of the domestic economy, and even the country's standing in the global economic system. Finally, there are political alliances. In today's interconnected world, no country stands alone. The alliances that a country can call upon in times of war can tip the balance, providing additional military support, economic aid, or even just the political legitimacy that comes from international backing. Understanding these factors will provide insight into what such a hypothetical war might look like. But remember, this is just a thought experiment, an exploration of possibilities. The real world, as always, is far more complex and unpredictable. Firstly, a war is not just about soldiers and weapons, it's about military strength. As we dive deeper, we begin to realize the immense complexity of comparing the military might of England and Russia. When we consider England, we're looking at a nation with one of the most professional and well-trained armed forces in the world. The British Army, Royal Navy, and Royal Air Force are renowned for their discipline, advanced training, and commitment to the mission at hand. They are backed by a robust defense industry, capable of producing some of the world's most advanced military technology, from cutting-edge aircraft to formidable naval vessels. Meanwhile, Russia presents a different kind of power. Their military strength lies in their sheer numbers and vast arsenal of weaponry. The Russian armed forces are one of the largest in the world, boasting a significant number of personnel and a wide range of military hardware. From advanced fighter jets to a colossal fleet of tanks and armed vehicles, Russia's military capacity is nothing short of impressive. But it's not just about the size of the army or the sophistication of the weapons. It's also about tactics and strategy. Both England and Russia have a long history of military strategy, honed through countless battles and conflicts. The British are known for their emphasis on precision and coordination, often leveraging their advanced technology to maximize efficiency on the battlefield. On the other hand, the Russians are reputed for their doctrine of mass and depth, using their vast resources to overwhelm opponents. Yet it's important to remember that warfare isn't purely a numbers game. It's about how these resources are managed, how strategies are devised and executed, and how effectively the armed forces can adapt to changing circumstances. The strength of a military is also determined by the quality of its leadership, the morale of its soldiers, and their readiness to face the challenges of war. Military strength is a key component of warfare, but it's not the only factor to consider. A war can cripple nations not just through loss of life, but through economic devastation. Let's delve into the financial muscle of both England and Russia, two nations with contrasting economic landscapes. England, known as the world's fifth largest economy, boasts a diverse economic portfolio. Its gross domestic product, or GDP, surpasses $2.8 trillion. The country's economic strength lies in its services sector, particularly finance, which accounts for a significant portion of its GDP. London, England's capital, is a global hub for banking, insurance, and investment, making it a crucial player in the world economy. On the other hand, Russia stands as the 11th largest economy globally, with a GDP of approximately $1.7 trillion. Unlike England, Russia's economy leans heavily on its vast natural resources, particularly oil and gas. These commodities account for a significant portion of Russia's exports and provide the country with considerable economic power. Now let's consider the potential economic impact of a war. Wars are costly both in terms of human lives and economic resources. They disrupt trade, cause inflation, and lead to massive government debt. In the case of England and Russia, a war could cripple their economies. For England, it might mean a blow to its services sector, especially finance. For Russia, a war could disrupt its oil and gas exports, causing a significant economic setback. Moreover, the global economy would also feel the ripple effects of this conflict. Given the interconnectedness of today's world economies, a war between England and Russia would likely cause economic instability far beyond their borders. Economic power is a crucial factor in warfare, but the political landscape can also influence the outcome. As we transition into discussing the political alliances of England and Russia, we must remember that economic prowess alone does not determine a nation's strength or weakness in potential conflicts. The delicate dance of diplomacy and international relations also plays a vital role. In today's interconnected world, no country stands alone in a war. Now, let's shift gears and delve into the political alliances of both England and Russia. These alliances aren't just diplomatic handshakes, they're strategic partnerships that could significantly impact the outcome of our hypothetical war scenario. England, as part of the United Kingdom, is a key player in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO. This alliance of 29 North American and European countries is built on the principle of collective defense. In other words, an attack on one is an attack on all. So, if England were to be embroiled in a war with Russia, it could potentially have the backing of some of the world's most formidable military powers. On the other hand, Russia too is not without its allies. It leads the Collective Security Treaty Organization, or CSTO, an alliance of 6 former Soviet states. The CSTO is designed to counter NATO's influence, and its members are obliged to assist each other in the event of an attack. So if a hypothetical war were to break out, Russia would not be standing alone either. Moreover, both nations have numerous bilateral agreements with countries outside their respective alliances. These agreements could come into play, adding another dynamic to the mix. It's also worth noting that international relations are fluid. Alliances can shift and change, and countries often have to balance their commitments against their national interests. We also need to consider the United Nations, where both England and Russia hold seats on the Security Council. The UN could play a pivotal role in attempting to mediate and resolve conflicts before they escalate into full-blown wars. In conclusion, it's clear that the political alliances of England and Russia could have a profound impact on a hypothetical war between the two nations. These alliances can drastically change the playing field, adding another layer of complexity to our hypothetical warfare. So what would happen if England went to war with Russia? As we've explored in this thought experiment, the answer is multifaceted, rooted in the complex web of military strength, economic power, and political alliances. Starting with military might, we've seen that both England and Russia possess formidable forces, each with unique strengths. England's Royal Navy, with its advanced technology and strategic capabilities, stands as a testament to its power. On the other side, Russia's vast land forces and nuclear arsenal present a daunting challenge. A direct conflict would undoubtedly lead to a fierce and destructive battle. But warfare isn't just about who has the biggest guns. The economic implications are vast and far-reaching. England, with its robust economy, is a hub of global finance. Russia, on the other hand, has a resource-rich economy, heavily dependent on oil and gas exports. A war could disrupt global markets, causing ripple effects that reach far beyond the borders of these two nations. And then there's the complex world of political alliances. England, as part of the NATO alliance, wouldn't stand alone in a conflict with Russia. The involvement of NATO allies could escalate the situation, potentially drawing in other world powers and causing a domino effect. Russia, with its own set of alliances, wouldn't be isolated either. So, in summarizing this hypothetical conflict, it's clear that a war between England and Russia would be far more than a simple one-on-one showdown. It would be a global event, with far-reaching consequences that could reshape the world as we know it. The balance of power, the state of the global economy, and the very fabric of international relations could all be drastically altered. While this is a hypothetical scenario, it provides a fascinating look into the complexities of international relations and warfare.